Props to the KC and EU fans. Yeah, it was good. It was good. There was not much flame. But now I've started a war with the... Well, I haven't started a war, but... Now I think the Koi fans are gonna come after me. Chat. Now the Koi fans are gonna come after me. I can't help myself sometimes, bro. Sometimes I just read stupid shit on Twitter and I just can't not fucking open it. Like this guy tweeted, happy to see 2 strong academy teams leading the way at EME Masters. It shouldn't be about trolling or streaming, but about developing talent. I just can't read this on Twitter, man. Like this guy, sometimes he has some of the weirdest takes ever on Twitter about leagues. So obviously I tweeted, if this related to LR and you think our year was about trolling, then you're the most far removed person in the scene. Again, terrible tweet. Shows up on my timeline about league. We gave it our absolute all for someone like you to come along and say this is pathetic. And then Ibais come in and Ibais said, tranquilo, tete, se te han metido en la LEC igual. Which basically means, calm down, buddy. They put you in the LEC either way. So, I don't know if he is A, rage baiting, and he got me better than my Twitch chat has ever gotten me. Or his tweet is just dumb. But, chat, this is why we can't... This is why I should never open this platform. Because I don't know if I'm being rage baited or if it's just shit takes or if it's just fucking trolling or some shit on the timeline. Like, but I can't just sit there and read it. I don't know, something inside me just gets triggered. Like, oh yeah, your whole year was troll. Ah, okay, cool. Nice. We just put in 10 months of work. 5 days a week. But we're trolling. Okay. Okay. Is he like interaction farming or what? Does he want to like milk followers or some shit? Bit of a freak. People hide... This is true. People hide serious opinions behind rage bait if it doesn't get traction. That is so fucking true. It is so true. Oh well. I guess the thing is like, I don't know if Ibai like likes me or not. I feel like we've had like good interactions in the past. So hopefully there's no like hard feelings, but I just can't read shit like that and be like, you know, I can't read shit like that and like let it settle. So W to everyone involved in the Koi situation. Maybe if it takes off and it goes to fucking maybe if it takes off and it gets like big drama mode, then it can make the Koi series more exciting, I guess, if we face them next year. Okay, whoever tweeted this. The tweets like this, you are mentally ill. Like, I hope you know that. Like, you need to remove yourself from having opinions on the internet. Delete. Bro, I'm just gonna straight up block this guy. I also adore Cage. I think he's the greatest creator in the world of League of Legends. I believe Lost Stone should be in the LEC. That said, there are teams that have spent millions of euros, not my case, on a supposed private spot that now feels like giving access from tier 2 because Riot keeps making sudden changes. They have zero security and anything. Esports is not in their best moment. That's a W take. What did he reply to? You're very wrong with this tweet by Cage adores you and has always supported everything done. Posting this tweet trying to defend the bad take from enemies going down the wrong path. There's no reason to ruin the great image that Cage has of you. I don't have anything against Ibai ever, or the Koi fans, or anyone. I just like, I think I woke up this morning and I saw this tweet and I just got triggered and I just called it out. Because sometimes, I don't know if Twitter is just full of rage bait or just shit dumb takes that just piss me off. Because, I don't know, this just pissed me off. He just said it shouldn't be about trolling or streaming. And then we sit there for 10 months, grinding scrims all day, every day, competing at the highest level, winning everything, trying our hardest to push every team. And then we're just getting called as fucking trolls. So I just got triggered. That's all. I just like fucking, we're not fucking trolling. We're trying our best, bro. Dog shit tweet. So I just called it out for being a dog shit tweet. I don't have anything against Ibai. My take on the whole LEC thing, I'm completely in favor and agree with everything that he's saying here. Everything. And I'm not victimizing myself either. I don't think that there's... And I appreciate people say don't blame Caedrel or LR. I don't think a lot of people are blaming Caedrel and LR at all. I think there's a couple, but it's not that big of a deal. I just... yeah, I completely agree with everything to do with the whole entrance LEC system, security, franchising, investment. I just saw a tweet that says that we're trolling, and we're not fucking trolling. Dog shit tweet. That's all. Just triggered me. But yeah, of course I have nothing against Ibai. That guy is someone I've like... admired for since I was fucking 10 years ago. Like when I was 20 years old, bro. Ibai was like the first person to ever cast my League game ever. I will say Twitter does spawn some of the funniest things ever. Okay, and when I saw this yesterday off stream, I thought this was the funniest shit ever. Okay. So some random account, some complete random account tweets that Yukino is joining Sentinels in 2026 for 3 million euros. Okay. The beautiful thing about this whole tweet is he puts a report by Black Horse, which is just some fucking random research investment analytics website that hasn't tweeted for like 8 months. And the CEO of Sentinels replies to it and says, everyone should block them and Black Horse for making up ridiculous stories. We haven't contacted any org about any player. So sometimes when the rage bait does just work, it is a slam dunk. Next year is our year. How is it funny? Well, I don't know. Rob Morse probably never really interacted with League of Legends Twitter. And League of Legends Twitter is just fucking rage bait. Well, I don't know. For European League of Legends Twitter, it's rage bait, or it's like fucking wars between countries, or it's EU versus NA, or it's like farming. That's EU Twitter. Also, there was a team. There was a team in the LFL. I don't know if we talked about this, called Gentlemates, but they're leaving the LFL and they're leaving the league scene, which actually is, I think that's a fucking massive hit. I feel like Gentlemates is massive, but they just couldn't make it work in league, which is a real big shame. Oh wait, did Gentlemates get given a Valorant spot? That's why they pulled out of league? True or false? True or false? Oh, wait, okay. So that's why they suddenly pulled out of league? Ew. Wait, they kicked Koi for Gentlemates? You're starting drama again? No, I'm not starting drama. I'm asking why they pulled out of league, but now it makes sense, I guess, if they got given a Valorant spot. Wait, there was one thing that we were about to watch, and I just remembered it, but I just forgot because I just got stun locked by a chatter. Ooh, today's already opening up with fucking... Can you clarify the LEC situation? KCB and Team Heretics have LEC teams in LEC, so they can't enter with 2 teams. I don't know what the rule is, man. I don't know what the rule is if you're an academy team. I think, I don't know, at this point it's not about like what's right and wrong. It's up to Riot. I think that if the academy team wins the EU Masters, the academy team should be invited to the LEC. I don't think there should just be some magical rule that academy teams aren't allowed in, because that makes no sense. What if the top 4 of EU Masters is academy teams next year? Like, you can't just remove academy teams. What if the fucking what if the EU Masters semifinals is like Heretics versus KCB, and the other side is like Giant X Pride versus fucking, I don't know, some other academy team? What are you gonna do then? What are you gonna do? The remaining 6 teams below them or some shit? You're gonna make them have a fucking best of 5 off? They did it to avoid competitive integrity. I mean, yeah, there's definitely competitive integrity, which I guess is referring to like teams. I mean, yeah. Can you look at the LS drama? No, I'm not looking at the LS drama. The LS drama is I won't talk about it, but everyone's talking about the LS drama. The whole LS drama is just basically LS had a take that he thought a draft was bad. He said their draft was awful, and then the team with the bad draft won the game. That's what he said. 0 damage, 0 enchanter, they're gonna run over. And then they ended up winning. And then he's like defending himself. But every post he's putting has like 400 comments. So it's just... The academies can play in the LEC. Wait, when was that? Was that like a leak or what? Who is this? Paul Arrivé. Paul Arrivé. Journaliste esports, l'équipe GAI percé sur un jeu
Qui n'a jamais percé ceci est officieux de orlesan selon certains.
Damn, my French.
He said the academy teams can play in the LEC.
Yeah, I think so. I think deserved. But yeah, maybe there is some competitive integrity thing. I'm sure people will have to figure that out. Oh yeah, Grabbz was talking yesterday. He thinks every team should have an academy team, so the main team have to work really hard for their spots. Yeah, when I was in the LEC, we used to scrim our academy team, and they would like have in-houses every now and then, and be like, if you don't play good, then you might get replaced. La la la. How was the Grabbz stream? Is there like a TLDR link? They didn't scrim play Koreans at all. KT cancelled on them. What? They won a scrim block against BLG 2-1. Hey! You know, I feel like the boys in the European teams are probably doing well in scrims. I would love to know the results. Well, not well, you know. The definition of well these days is like going even. I feel like Koi and G2 are probably having some decent results, right? Right? Won a scrim block versus BLG 2-1. Lost 1-2 versus all. Okay, AL. Stomped PSG, not sure if 2-0 or 3-0. They went 1-2 versus FlyQuest. Wait, our third seed went 1-2 versus FlyQuest? Hey, yo. They went 50-50 with VKS. The Sion game was day 1 of Worlds and didn't have a good meta understanding on the champ. He was just decent in scrims, but not 100% Big Ben. The Ezreal pick versus CFO was made so that they can win 2v2 and solo survive after lane. They focus on Talia Violet so they can camp and kill Ryze. EU and Korea have very different understandings of the Nico Nautilus matchup. They were not sure how strong Inara was a champ, so they were afraid of giving her as a first pick. The R5 Vayne is now the answer to Sion, but I didn't know that. The BLG draft was good, but bot lane should have won. Lux might have been the better pick than Morgana. Oh, the Caitlyn lane, yeah. Poppy in Renekton is a hard matchup. Gax made a tweet because he was frustrated with the team for a very long time. He's been FNATIC for 3 years and nothing changed. Made it like a wake-up call. The entire region is fucked. T1 has 3, even 4 academy teams, so if a player does not respect the coach or listen to the team, he's instantly replaced. There's not much to do as a coach in EU. A player can straight up tell him to go fuck himself, and there's not much he can do. Germany does not allow a low salary and performance bonuses because of possible blackmail, and it's very hard to interrupt a contract. Some players just don't give a fuck anymore. They play the required scrims and then go home. Gax thinks this entire mentality needs to change. And a pro player must focus on league all day. Man. How do we fix the EU mental? I feel like that's actually such a loaded topic, isn't it? How do you actually approach that conversation with people? What, you get them to like promise that they'll try their best? Like, how do you enforce that? You need like the player needs to be the one willing to give everything, you know? There's nothing that you can do to like force them, you know? You can give them everything you need, but you know. But I do think I agree that definitely there's a mentality difference. I do think there is still quite a few players in the LEC that really do try their hardest. Like, when I watch someone like Elyoya, I really feel it, personally. Like, when I watch Elyoya, I really feel like he gives it everything. Like, he's definitely one. I don't know for others, because I don't speak to them, or watch them, or I do watch them, I don't speak to them, or you know, have watched them for that long. But, like, there are standout players, like Yoya, 100%. I feel like that guy puts his blood, sweat, and tears in it. I think Caps, every time Caps wins the LEC, or even loses the LEC playoffs, and there's like an after party, he just stays at home and grinds league. And I'm not saying that's the level of commitment players need, but Caps will like win a finals and he will queue up in solo queue the same night, you know? Like that in itself is like, holy shit, he's fucking crazy. But there's some players who really do try their hardest. I also feel like Heretics this year, look like a team who tried their fucking hardest. But yeah, these players, I guess, they just need to be called the fuck out. Not publicly. They need to be called the fuck out and told to fucking shut the fuck up, lock the fuck in, or get ready to get fucking axed. I don't know. It's gonna be a long mentality shift. Yeah, I think Koi tries very hard. Koi, G2, KC. I think the top teams do put a lot of effort. But it sounds like there was still some players that were lacking in FNATIC or whatever. LR will save LEC. Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. We'll try our hardest, but I hope people don't come in being like, yes, LR is gonna win LEC if we ever were to compete in such a competition. It's not easy to win LEC, man. That is not easy. Like, the thing is, I think that there is definitely a fan perception of, like, I could do better. And I understand where it comes from. You know, you watch a player, like, flash into a wall or into dive, and you're like, nah, that guy's boosted. But you have to understand that there's a gap, there's a massive gap between D1, like, challenger players, and then, like, the LEC level. This gap is insanity. You can put a challenger player versus like Jojo Pyun, and Jojo will fucking annihilate him. And then you put Jojo versus a D1 player, and he will play with one hand and annihilate him. So even still, I know there's a lot of cope from some people who are like, it's disgusting. But to then find people at this level is hard in the first place, like LEC. Like taking a challenger rookie top of ERL, putting him in LEC. Sometimes the gap is just, they can't keep up. And then finding the higher level of like the caps is so difficult. That's why people are very like, just get a rookie, you know? Just get a rookie and you'll win the game, you know? Just get a rookie and just train them how to play the game. But yeah, I definitely think that like, not to glaze, but I've said it before, but I think the one team who is really pushing very hard, very, very hard for talent is KC. And you might wonder like, you know, what is it that they're doing? But if you take T1 as an example of a team who makes rookies or whatever, they have T1 LOL LCK, T1 LOL LCKCL, T1 rookies, and then they have T1 Academy or whatever the fuck. They have 4 stages of players. No European team has that. None. I think this is exclusively for young players. So they have like a pipeline, if that makes sense. Whereas a lot of LEC teams have, well, even some LEC teams just don't have an academy, right? G2 and FNATIC, for example, they get away with not having an academy. But KC right now has KC LOL, KC Academy, and then they have KC, I don't know what the fuck it's called, KC Blue Rookie or something. And this is also reserved for younger players. And half of the junglers in the LEC were in KC. They were. And that's just the reality of it, right? KC Blue Stars, that's it. So they have 3 layers of academy. So when it comes to like investment from teams, so here, I think it is here. Investment from teams. So like these players are all like insanely young players that they're trying to put into their academy. And their academy players will then go into the main team. Like this Hazel guy is on their, this Hazel guy is on their Carmine Blue Stars. And this guy is apparently insanely good. Insanely good. A lot of people are like kind of excited for him. Where's my playlist? So like maybe this is a name that you see float in the LEC in the future. But this guy is apparently really demonic. What's the difference between a high chal and a pro? Macro? Well, macro I guess is the easy word, yeah. It's like high challenger players are very good. I mean, to be challenger, you have to be very good. But your 2 biggest strengths, if you're challenger, is probably like your lane phase and your mechanics, right? And then you get to a fucking LEC stage game, and they match your mechanics and gameplay and lane phase, but even better. And then they make you so dizzy on the map. You like the thing is about the LEC is like or tier 1 regions is. You go into it, they push one wave into you, and you don't think much of it. And that one wave has now determined the next 4 minutes of gameplay where you lose your bot tier 1, your bot lane gets ahead, you lose 3 plates or whatever, your bot lane zoned off 20 CS, they swap, they take top tier 1, you lose Grabbz. It's stuff like that, where if you don't know what wave is doing what at what time for them to do an option, and then they just eat the whole map in your face, that your lane phase and mechanics just don't matter. This is why I tell Baus to buy a potion, okay? Silly example. I tell Baus to buy a potion. Why? Because I know that he doesn't use his potion, so he loses health in the lane. So the enemy laner has a potion, so Baus loses his health bar, he gets pushed in, He has to base, take a bad base. He has to TP back to catch the wave. Enemy top bases, doesn't TP back. TP spot, his bot lane stops on him. Now Baus is playing with no TP. And bot wave is frozen because the enemy top just TP'd bot and froze the wave in my bot lane's face because they're low HP. And now Baus is TP top, getting swapped on a wave that's pushing into the enemy bot lane, gets frozen on top as well. And now my bot lane has to base on a freeze, run top to break Baus's freeze, and Baus has to base and run bot and he's down a level. And that's why the potion would have saved him, right? The potion would have made it, so now he can save his TP, catch the wave safely, recall, match the TP, and no one gets frozen on. And that's kind of like an example of how you can play the map with a small advantage, you know? Shit like that. And when you're a challenger player, that just doesn't happen in high elo. That's just one sequence that just never happens. So top laners in high elo will just trade like a maniac. You get to LEC Sage, you'll get a good trade or trade like a maniac, and that'll happen. So yeah. He started buying potions. You know what's funny to me about Bausy? We lost the other day, and then I saw him queue up yesterday, and he was spamming games all day. All day yesterday off stream he was spamming, and a lot of the games were Cassante. Cassante, bot lane. Cassante, Sion, Malphite. Bro, was he buying potions level 1 as well? Like, what the fuck? Baus... Hey! Wait, okay, maybe it's because he's laning against Kennen. Or what? Wait, he started buying potions here, and now he went on a win streak. Or like a high win rate. Oh my god, he's actually... Okay, he's still doing longsword or fiddle on Kayn though. He's playing Kayn mid lane. Can we just like look at that for a second? He's playing Kayn mid lane. Let's do the Reddit check. Sorry, I've been yapping about so much random stuff. FlyQuest 2025 Worlds Run. FlyQuest dodges BLG and HLE gets VKS. Dodges BLG and Genji and HLE and gets Team Secret Wales. John dodges Genji, tests CFO HLE and gets FlyQuest. But you can't really say that. I know it's funny, but the thing is you have to understand that BLG had the same thing. BLG has played 100 Thieves, FNATIC, and G2. So, like, they're both two peas in a pod, you know? I fear no man, but that scares me. Doggo. EU trying to talk seriously about Worlds without mentioning 2019. NA trying to talk seriously about beating EU at Worlds without mentioning NRG. What you got here? Sion, 100% win rate on blue side. CFO winning every game with Sion. It's true. G2 loses the test. G2 beats Koi. G2 beats BLG. G2 versus FlyQuest. Zeus can't solo carry the team. Yeah, there's two teams that can talk about the draw. And those two teams are AL and 100 Thieves. Their draws, that was rough. 49 Korean fugitives were arrested by the International Criminal Police Organization, Interpol, in the Philippines last September and were deported to South Korea in a reparation operation. They were involved in crimes such as voice phishing, illegal gambling, and violent offenses. In a YouTube short posted by the Korean National Agency, one of the fugitives was seen watching an LCK match between KT versus DK. He's in draft, bro. Yo, let him at least watch the draft, hey. He's mid-draft. It's an important series, DKKT. DKKT is like that's some of the most important. He was probably hate watching the fuck out of KT. Maybe it's a DK hate watcher though. Literally a Gen G draft. World's perfect draft rate. Sion top, Xin Zhao jungle, Orianna mid, Corki bot, Braum support. I swear to God, this Braum champ is disgusting. It is fucking disgusting, that Braum champ. I can see it in any matchup just winning a game because the way jungle works with like Xin, Wukong, Pantheon, these champs, Jarvan, you throw a Braum in there, it just makes it unwinnable. Unwinnable.
Are you single?
No, I am not.
How long have you been with your partner?
I have been with her for a year and a couple days, and we get married in January.
Congratulations. Would you rather get married or have NA win Worlds? Would you rather meet your dream partner or have NA win Worlds?
NA win Worlds every day.
NA win Worlds.
NA win Worlds every day.
NA win World.
NA win Worlds.
NA's gonna win. I'll take the L on that.
I'll meet my dream partner.
Why is that?
Because fucking A, we suck.
W less guy. Hey, W less guy. Hey, they're all gonna say that, and then they're gonna be single, and EU's gonna shit on them. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. My bird. Bro, what is that drawing? Jesus. What is that drawing? World Swiss viewership drops 30% compared to last year. Drops 30% compared to last year. Was there like... Is that average viewers? It is. Is it to do with like time zones maybe? What was world time zone last year? Was this more... Was there like a difference somewhere in like the time zone or some shit? Because the teams are the same. It's for sure to do with... Because this is Western viewership, right? So it's maybe just time zone. Swiss is not even over and people are worried about viewership. I don't think people are like worried about viewership. I think they're just like pointing it out. Spanish peak is down 40%. English peak is down 30. Vietnamese peak is down 33. Is this GAM related? Chinese peak is down 3. Not bad. Korean peak is up by 9. Good. It's a horrible time for English viewers. Yeah, I have a feeling that the reason Ibai is streaming Worlds, right? And Ibai is demonic. So I think this is probably just time zone related, is my hope and my thought. I think if Koi... I also think when Koi plays... Who the fuck is Koi playing? They're playing Team Secret Wales. I think if Koi beats Team Secret Wales, the peak of Spanish viewers will go up a lot. Because then they'll go to the final round, and I think that's going to be super hype. Top selling emotes in the world. KC, Losers Queue, T1. Is that... Why is that like Astral Esports logo with a fucking shark on it? Wait, who is that? Wait, Astral... Wait, Isyros and Astral merged? Wait, I had no idea. Blue, good job. Team Liquid. Wow, Team Liquid 4th, I didn't expect. FearX, MLM... Wooden Mastery. Huh? You will fall. What you doing? Laughing out loud. Oh, I get it. Laughing out loud. Chat, what the fuck is MLM? You will fall. What you doing? Laughing out loud. Get it? Because they're team louder. What else? Caedrel today. Caedrel next week. It's impossible, isn't it? Is it possible? No, it's not, right? Can G2 draw FlyQuest in the quarters if they... I mean, I guess they can, right? Because 3-1 plays 3-2. It's really unlikely, though. Like, you're telling me this is one quarterfinal and this is the other? Ni hao, Dokla here. Oh my god, we need to watch the one from yesterday as well. Wait, we need to watch all of them. Do we see this one?
Ni hao, Dokla here. Just getting ready for bed. Want to give my thoughts on drawing T1. Personally, I'm pretty happy drawing a 4th seed. This is the first time we're playing someone seeded worse than us, so happy about that. And you know, I think this is a battle on multiple fronts. Most notably, I think it's the battle of who can have the worst draft, and I think we've got them beat far and away on that front. So me personally, I'm feeling pretty confident going into the match. You know, I'll keep you guys updated as we get closer to the game, but I'm gonna go to bed now. See you guys.
Then he woke up the next day and said,
Ni hao, Dokla here. We are 3 days away from playing T1 in an elimination match. And, you know, to me, this match is important for many reasons. But most importantly, it's because if we win, we get $50,000 more in the prize pool. So, you know, that's really important. It's going to help pay off a take-on. And, you know, it's time to suading. It's time to lock in. And so I just want to make the most of these next few days of practice.
it's time to what?
I'm going to be trying to learn some Korean so I can play better. So I'll see you guys. Have a good rest of your day.
It's time to what?
And, you know, it's time to suading.
What the fuck is
Time to
suoding?
lock in.
Is that lock in Chinese? And then Big Doke just woke up now and posted this one.
안녕하세요. 여기 도클합니다. We're 2 days away from playing against T1. Probably the most important match of my life. And I've been learning some Korean. You know, 라면 먹고 갈래? I think it's gonna be more helpful in Seoul than Summer's Rift, but you know, I'm sticking to the process of learning some Korean. I have leg day coming up today, so that's a she-ball for me. And yeah, I gotta go though. Take care, guys.
This guy, bro. The Dokla vlogs is one of the best content pieces I've seen in a Worlds for a long while. Okay, cat predictions for Worlds. HLE over CFO, freak. Bro, I'm a CFO fan. And this cat's just fucking yeeted, by the way. Like, this cat is no excuses. This is 0-4 cat. Okay, maybe 1-3 cat. Got good take. Finally a good take. Okay, I could see it, yeah. Okay. Well, the first half you're... See, this one I'm gonna call VAR real quick. Because this is a treat and this is a treat. But the scent of the treat is masked by being rubbed on the paper. And I call bias there. I think the cat started off bad. Bad take. CFO win. Bad take. G2 win. Good take. Koi wins. Good take. Gen G win. I see it. Good take. BLG win. Of course T1 will win. I mean, T1's not going to be a basically like 2-time back-to-back world champion and lose to Big Dokes, right? Right? The BO5 between KC is the fastest semi-final in EMEA history. Okay. Don't remind me! Don't remind me, it's too soon. It's too fucking soon, man. Okay, I don't know who this guy is on Twitter, but he keeps tagging me in new champions. Today we've got my Clanker. Before that, we have my Braum, my Anivia, my Galio. Like, bro, the fuck are we cooking? What are we cooking? POV, you just drew 5-time world champion T1. What could possibly be your last match, but your team has vibes and the power of friendship?
T1. You guys are sadistic, bro.
Oh my god! T1!
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god.
What? We can win!
Oh, fuck!
My third mindset is so bad.
No, we can win. No, we can
This
win.
is good. This is an absolute win.
We can win. We can win, but what the f?
Yo, the vibes are good.